Okay, welcome to our weekly prediction round where we're going to look at the Super League matches plus the World Club Challenge for this week. So, my name's Craig.
And my name's Karl, and I'm a little bit disappointed because Craig won last week and I'm fighting back this week.
It doesn't happen often, but it happened last week. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We've also got Graham with us. We've just recorded a podcast episode. That is going to go out tomorrow if you're watching this as it first released. So let's get into it, shall we?
Should we dive right in?
If we dive right in, as they say. Okay, so first, what's happening here, Carl? Am I kind of leading this?
Am I going with it?
Yeah, no, you're like the pundit, aren't you? You're like the brains of the outfit.
Oh, not really.
Does it look like it?
Clearly, you're the brains of the outfit because you got more right than I did last week.
That was just a bit of fluke, I reckon.
Right, okay. First game is Hull KR versus Leeds Rhinos, and it is at Hull KR. One prediction I did make last week, I said Hull KR are going to be great this season. They're going to be entertaining. Mikey Lewis is going to start the new season where he left off last year, and I got all that right, and he was brilliant. But equally, Leeds were also good.
Yeah, Leeds were much better than last year. It was brilliant. It was brilliant to watch. I'm gonna tell you now. I obviously got Leeds to win, but it's going to be a close match.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real close match.
Yeah, I'm going to go Leeds to win. I think Leeds are showing promise straight away that they were struggling to show last year. And as good as certain players were in the Hull KR versus Hull FC game the other night for Hull KR, I thought it was a bit of an error-riddled game. There was a lot of drop balls, and I can't see that beating a Leeds team that's looking like they're starting to take. So I'm going.
Do you know what I thought about Leeds though? They were good. Don't get me wrong, but I thought Ash Handley got them out of a bit of a scrape until that point. You know, a bit of individual brilliance, which was absolutely. You'll struggle to find a better try than that this season.
Yeah,
it was absolute
fantastic
quality, wasn't it? I did think he got him out of a bit of a scrape there because he was starting to tighten up. That game was. So it's going to be a close one. It's going to be.
No, it's definitely going to be close.
Yeah, and I'm going to stick my neck on the line here, and I'm like flying the Mikey Lewis flag at the minute because he's really so entertaining. I'm going to go Hull KR.
Okay, great.
Narrow, only because they're at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think the amount of penalties Leeds had, they should have. If they hadn't have won, then it'd have been shocking. So, but anyway, we're going to back Leeds. Okay, on to the next game.
London Broncos versus Catalan Dragons. So London, they got quite a few points put on them, but they were playing ex-champion St Helens, one of the top teams in the league. Apparently showed a lot of promising signs. I watched the Catalan game as well. Catalan were good. They were down to 12 men for a full half after McAlorum saw red. They were pretty strong, but they're always strong at home. They'll be travelling to London. It's going to be 5,500 to 6,000 people there supporting London this week, so ticket sales are going really well. Could be a close one, this. No, you're not agreeing?
No, I think Catalan's going to walk. I think they're going to walk this. I thought London did really well. They're hanging in there against a real strong. They've got some run now, haven't they? They've got Saints, Catalans, Warrington. They've got a whole game in there, and tough. They must be looking at it like a ground rush coming towards them. I'm going to back Catalans there. I think they're going to take the win.
I can't see past Catalans for this, but I think it could be one of them games where London are at home. They could come out firing. They could put a couple of surprise scores on Catalan early doors.
First Super League game at home at their new ground in Wimbledon. Could be interesting.
Yeah, it could. But I think Catalans are going to, probably from the second quarter onwards.
Yeah, I agree. I can't see them beating Catalan, but I'm hoping it's going to be a good game. And Craig, we are going.
Yeah, we're going to be there, aren't we? Yeah, can't wait.
We're going to be going spending a day recording down in London with the London Broncos women's team and some other community clubs and influential characters within London. The Southern Road trip will have all the...
Will commence, yeah.
Will all the highlights from that game.
Brilliant. Okay, next one then.
Warrington Wolves versus Hull FC. Now, this one is going to be interesting because, as we sort of predicted, Warrington didn't really do what everybody wanted them to do. You know, it's the new Sam Burgess era started. But Hull FC had a bit of a shocker. Graham, what your thoughts on this one, mate?
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, mate. Warrington are a quality team, aren't they? You know, they always say it's our year, and we always take the mick out of them because it never is their year, and they, you know, maybe tail off a bit late in the season. But you know, I can't see Warrington not beating that whole team that turned out at weekend. So that for me is Warrington all the way.
What was the young lad's name who played on the wing for Warrington? Scored an absolute cracking try at the start of the game. Lindor or something like that.
Lindor, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a chocolate brand.
Lingard? Oh, no, that's a different person.
No,
he did. He had cracking try, but real hot talent, 17-year-old, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then the Catalan really peppered him with the high balls, so defensively he struggled, but attacking-wise he was great.
It's always a favourite tactic, isn't it, for a young winger, a young full-back, pepper him.
High balls.
Yeah. There's a quick anecdote about when Wigan played St Helens in a Challenge Cup final back in the early 90s. And Gary Connolly was playing fullback for St Helens. This was before he'd signed for Wigan. And Ellery Hanley turns to Joe Lydon, points at Gary Connolly and says, pepper him with bombs. So straight away, you know, Gary Connolly was shaking in his boots. And what did they do? First 5 minutes, stuck a bomb up and Connolly dropped it at Wembley.
Yeah.
It's a tactic.
I'm going to go Warrington Wolves to win that one. A whole 2 significant losses, I think, with the cards they've had, and they were relatively poor. Sorry to say. So I think Warrington will win that.
Yeah, their big signings that they made are not going to be available, so they're back to how the pack was last year. So yeah, Warrington for me.
Yeah.
All in agreement then.
Yeah.
Next fixture then we'll go to Huddersfield Giants, who were a lot better than we predicted they were going to be against Leigh Leopards. Brushed them aside quite easily, I think, even though the scoreline was fairly close. Yeah, Huddersfield Giants versus St Helens, so it's at Huddersfield.
Well, I think Giants were better, but I also think Leigh was worse than they were last year. So I think between the two, you know, the Giants come out on top. However, they ain't going to beat Saint. I can't see Huddersfield beating Saints, so I'm going to back Saints there.
Yeah, again, I agree. You can't see past Saints for a game like this, can you? Huddersfield were better, Leigh were worse, which was disappointing because I thought they brought a lot to Super League last year. You know, in your in the live episode, we talked about, you know, promotion and branding, etc., etc. And regardless of what you think of Leigh's branding and the publicity surrounding it, it brought a lot. And I think they, in turn, brought a lot with it into Super League. So I was a bit disappointed to see the way they played against Huddersfield the other night.
Yeah.
So, because Huddersfield were better than I expected.
Just on a side note, have you seen Leigh Leopards' new club shop?
Yeah.
No.
Portable shop.
It's a portable shop, which is fine, but it's got red leopard print all over it with red neon lights. It looks like it belongs in the middle of Amsterdam.
He's obviously doubled down, hasn't he? Derek Beaumont's just gone, listen, we cracked it last year.
Yeah.
Let's double down on it, you know, and let's really go at it.
Yeah. We know disabled access either.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Okay.
Controversial.
There was a few comments about that, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Carl?
Yeah, Saints.
Yeah, so all three of us in agreement there?
Yeah, we're all in agreement, yeah, so Saints. And then the last game of the week before we touch on the World Club Challenge is Salford Red Devils against the Cass Tigers. What did you make of Cass?
I thought Cass were better.
Yeah.
I did think they were better.
Yeah.
I don't think they're red hot or anything like that. You know, I'm not going to go that far, but they were definitely better. They flowed better. They threw some brilliant, play together, really quick at times as well. So I was pleasantly surprised at how much better they were compared to kind of how they finished and kind of what we predicted. So, however, I don't think they're going to beat Salford. I think Salford will take the win if they can stop some of the cards and and some of the penalties that they gave away to Leeds.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Salford. I think Salford are going to be up there this year. As I said at the start of the season, I think they'll be consistent Will Salford, and I think they'll be too strong for Cass.
Yeah.
Again, I'm agreeing. I think Salford are a strong team, on the whole, certainly on the day. Castleford did have a decent game against Wigan, even though they lost, but they were showing a lot of signs of promise. But I can't see them beating Salford in this one.
And then the last game of the week, the big one, obviously, we got Wigan Warriors versus the Penrith Panthers in the World Club Challenge. I suppose this is an extra one because there's no Wigan game this week, so we'll throw this one into the mix. It's only right I start with you, Graham, but I know who you're going to pick, so go on.
I'm going to go Wigan narrowly.
Yep.
I think they're two fantastic teams. We've said, haven't we, this evening that Wigan have got a super strong squad this year. They look fantastic. But you can't write off Penrith Panthers with the strength in depth and the past few years that they've had. Wigan are at home. Penrith have travelled. They've been here a week by the time the game comes round. It's a sellout crowd, so you've got 26,000 pie eaters behind them. True, well, not true. I mean, people come from all over to watch this one, whether they're pie eater or not. I'm going to go Wigan by one score, probably by one try.
Ooh, right, go on, Craig.
I'm also going to go Harry Smith, man of the match. And I might put
He's banned, isn't he? No, he got off with it, didn't he?
Yeah, he got let off.
Might put a fiver on that. Wigan to win by 1 to 5 points and Harry Smith, man of the match.
All right, okay. Well, I agree. Harry Smith's going to have a belter. Now he's been allowed to play. I want Wigan to win. And but something deep inside thinks, Penrith are going to run away with it. I don't know what it is. However, for the sake of being patriotic, I'm going to back the English team. And
no, it's not bad. Who do you think is going to win?
Well, I've never done anything on logic, have I?
Well,
no, I've never chose a team on logic. So I want them to win. I want to support them, definitely. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going Wigan.
Right,
and I think they'll win comfortably.
You think so?
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
I think Wigan.
What makes you think that?
Wigan has just got such a strong team this year. Wigan's defence is matches an NRL team's defence, and they've strengthened the team even more this year. And Bevan French is playing brilliantly still.
Yeah.
The fact that Harry Smith's been able to play is what swayed it, but I think we're going to win easy. I think a couple of tries.
Yeah, and I think one person doesn't make a team. I think Smith is important to Wigan as Nathan Cleary is to Penrith Panthers.
Yeah.
And one person doesn't make a team, but I think they will miss Jerome Luai. Even though he's travelling over here, he's not playing. So I think that could be just a little chink in the armour in the halves there, not having a renowned 6 and 7.
Okay, so that is obviously our prediction round. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Post your comments down below, and we'll see how this week's games unfold. Anything to finish with, Karl?
No, just looking forward to it. Great weekend of rugby league again. Cracking start to the season, and can't wait for round 2.
So thank you to Graham, who's been our guest this week, and will appear obviously on the live show, which we had yesterday, and then on the podcast episode going live tomorrow, where we'll talk all about his MNDA fundraising, including the MNDA Jersey Day as well. So thanks, Graham, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you again next week.